Good morning, Eddie. Just firstly, looking back at the other night in Brussels, on reflection, you've had time obviously to analyse and digest the match. How pleased were you with everything that you saw?
Yeah, it was a big step forward, I think. Very pleased. I think mainly with the response. The Arsenal game was a difficult ending, and then we had another game post-Hoon, and we said straight after the game that we wanted the game to come around as quickly as it did, but then of course you've got to perform, and very pleased with the group of how we responded to that.
Did everybody who played come through okay? No fresh injuries from the other night?
Yeah, I think we're okay. Thinking off the top of my head, yeah, I don't think there's any fresh injuries.
Do you have any more information about Tino Livramento and the knee injury that he sustained against Arsenal?
Yes, we went to a specialist a couple of days ago, because the scan initially looked better than we maybe initially thought it was, and especially confirmed that it's an 8-week injury, roughly. So yeah, a blow to lose him for those 8 weeks, because with our schedule at the moment, that means a lot of games. But what it could have been, I think it's very good news.
Is it a knee ligament injury, even though it's not the ACL?
Yeah, it's a ligament injury, and that's why it will take the time that it will to recover. He's already had a couple of injections in the ligament to just strengthen it up. But whenever a player stretch it off, and in the pain that he was in, you fear, maybe months. But it's good news for Tino. That's only weeks.
This weekend you play Nottingham Forest, the club you signed Anthony Elanga from in the summer, and he was named man of the match in the Champions League the other night after playing a significant role in your victory. Obviously, you've been in and out of the team. A few players have this season, but do you feel that we're really starting to see all the different sides to his game and what he's all about?
I think so. I think it's been there whenever he's played this season. I think he had a number of big contributions. I think if you look back through all the games, he's had a number of moments that could have dictated the game. Very good crosser of the ball, whether that's early or whether that working towards the byline. I think he's a productive player. Certainly playing with good confidence and good rhythm. And like I've said many times with other players, it's about getting to know your teammates around you. It's so important with how we play, the relationship side. And I think with each game, he'll get better in that respect.
And Nottingham Forest themselves are playing in Europe last night. They've had a difficult result under the new manager. What do you make of them when you watch them? I don't know whether they're in transition with one manager out, a new one in, quite a few new players as well this summer.
Yeah, a very strong group of players. I mean, I think a slight change in style, which is interesting always to see from the outside. I think definitely more possession based, quite free in their movement, a lot of rotations in the attacking areas. I think, as always with any football match, you look at the games and you think that could have gone either way. So I think they're very strong, and I think they've got a good balance to their squad. Ange's an outstanding manager with a really good track record. So we know this game's a pivotal one for us going into the international break. We know that our Premier League form is crucial to us. So it's a big match for us.
Thanks, Rosa. Okay. Eddie, you mentioned Ange there, and I don't know if you saw the game last night, but a section of the Forest fans, his own fans, towards the end singing, "You're getting back in the morning after just 23 days in charge. Who would be a football manager?"
Yeah, well, I think we all know when we go into the job the fragility of it. Really, it's no amount of success previously can take you out of that firing line. We're all in it. We're all subjected to the same forces we're dictated to by results. But I think in any moment, whether it's good or bad, you've just got to be yourself, which Ange very much is. And I try to follow suit and just be myself and do the job to the best of my ability.
You spoke there about Tino and his injury. How crucial is it that you've got someone like Kieran Trippier there to come in and take his place with his experience and know-how at this crucial stage?
Yes, well, that's the beauty of the squad, the strength of the squad that we have, hopefully this year, which will make a difference for us. We've got some real depth in the defensive areas of the squad this year, and we're going to need that with the competitions in the games that we have. So yes, with Tino's injury is a big blow for us because of his versatility, his athleticism, his quality. But then when Kieran comes in and plays like he did, in the way that he did on Wednesday night, was great to see. And I spoke many times about the values that he brings the squad, the experience he has, the quality he has on the ball. He's a big player.
And you mentioned the strength of the squad there. I think none more so than in defence. At the moment, you've got Malik Chow and Sven Botman, who played terrifically well the other night. They actually both played very well against Arsenal, and I think people forget that despite the late contention of the goal. How big a headache are they giving you right now? Because you've obviously moved Dan out to left back. You've got Fabian back available as well. You've got decisions to make there, haven't you?
Yeah, great calls to make because of the quality of the players that you're talking about. I mean, seeing Sven playing the way that he had is a real reminder, not that I needed reminding, but a reminder to everybody his qualities and how big a player he is for us and how much we missed him because we've been without him for a long time. And then, of course, you speak in the same breath about Malik and how he's performed in recent games, and we know the qualities of Fabian, how well he's done consistently for us. So if we're going to be successful this season on many fronts, we're going to need those options. Yeah, and I think that's the pleasing thing to have. Of course, then the players need to act in the right way if they're not playing, support the players that are and wait for their opportunity and grab it when it comes.
At the other end of the pitch, one player who hasn't had to wait for his opportunity is Nick Woltemade. I think probably in an ideal situation, you would have probably given him less of the load. I think it'd be fair to say in the early days. How do you feel he is handling that situation at the moment?
I think he's handling it really well. I think he is, really great guy in a sense that he's very positive. He's continually laughing with his teammates. He seems very relaxed here. He seems at home already, which is absolutely crucial to his success on the pitch. He's taken direction and some things we're trying to adapt to his game, add into his game. I think he's been very receptive, which is great to see. But the most important thing for any goal scorer is scoring. And as long as he can continue to do that, then his own feeling will be really positive.
And he started, I think, 2 and 4. Is he physically in a position to start 3 and 7 at the weekend?
Well, we're making a assessment and judgment on that closer to the game, but I think physically the first game at Wolves was tough for him. As he explained afterwards, I think it was a shock to his system. But I think slowly but surely, as your system become used to those demands, I think you can get gains pretty quickly. So I think he's improved.